Well, you're on Outside the Belly. I'm John Fredericks, and I'm your blowtorch, your free speech in America. Hey, got a news flash for you. All-Star game coming up on Tuesday. Starting in the All-Star game should be Dr. Peter McCullough because he's batting 1,000. He's batting any of those guys that got in either league in that thing. The guy's been right about everything. How do you bat 1,000? Well, that's because you're Dr. Peter McCullough. He's been right on it all, and here he is with us again today. Dr. McCullough, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, John. Too bad there's no home run medical derby.
I know, right? There should be a home run derby. Who'd be hitting cleanup? Kelly Victory would be hitting leadoff. It will be a lot of fun instead of that garbage they got going on. Like I'm done with the home run derby. I'm done with the All-Star game. It's boring, and so I'm a huge baseball fan. I mean, I watch baseball every day, but All-Star game, who cares? They just ruined it. But hey, that's just me. Dr. McCullough, thanks for being with us. Pam Bondi, my friend, Attorney General, Department of Justice, dismissed charges against Dr. Kirk Moore. Who's Dr. Kirk Moore? What's the story behind this, Peter?
He's a Utah physician who thousands of patients came to him. He offered them a choice of getting the COVID vaccine or declining it. He gave full informed consent, is what I've been informed. And patients made their choice. So, people didn't want the vaccine. He discarded it. The government has discarded, millions and millions of doses of unwanted vaccine. They were trying to bring him up on charges that would lead to imprisonment for decades. Finally, Pam Bondi stepped in. He had gone through several days of a trial. His whole life was on the line. She steps in, dismisses the charges, and the medical freedom community cheers.
Well, I tell you what, the people that are criticizing Attorney General Bondi, these are some of the great things she's doing. She just dismissed all these charges. The guy didn't do anything. He was trying to take care of his patients. Dr. Peter McCullough, the FDA just gave full approval to Moderna's mRNA COVID shot for babies at 6 months. I mean, haven't we been through this?
John, the FDA commissioner, Marty Makary, and Robert F. Kennedy, they promised large randomized trials. They promised there'd be compelling evidence. They've broken that promise within a few months, and now they've rubber stamped approval of another COVID-19 vaccine for children. USA Facts reports only 2% of parents have ever gotten their kids fully vaccinated. All of it's going to be thrown down the drain. Governments will buy this. They'll be thrown down the drain. Parents don't want these shots. And, the new restricted criteria mean just sicker kids at baseline would be, quote, eligible for shots. And, I can tell you as a cardiologist, if there's a child with congenital heart disease and they've had a cardiac surgery, that's the last person you want to see get a COVID vaccine. Because if the heart is weakened at baseline, when there is myocarditis or subclinical vaccine myocarditis, the child can end up with heart failure or sudden death. So I don't advise these vaccines for anyone.
What's the deal with these vaccine trials?
They are relying on just changes in antibodies. The current booster, approved was where the JN1 variant it's been long gone. It's just a guess whether or not it's going to, manage the current sets of variants. America has been done with vaccination now for years. No, I don't know anyone taking them. I don't know if you do. But the bottom line is the government should just pull these off the market and now invest in research and how to get people better after taking the shots.
Where's RFK on this whole thing?
He's been on vacation recently. He's needed one. He's accomplished a lot. But I can tell you, I think a disadvantage is that he's not a doctor. And if he was a doctor, particularly, one with great authority, I think HHS could be run in a much more streamlined fashion. We wouldn't be having these approvals and these missteps by kind of more junior FDA staff.
Well, all that we've been through with these vaccines, and here we are, they're still promoting them, pushing them, trying to get them into babies. I mean, it's just insanity. And it's like, we can't seem to get rid of this. You are promoting a new movie supporting your statement, vaccine injury and deaths are real. Vaccine benefits are theoretical. Tell us about this movie, sir.
Well, I can tell you, Erkzi Tangzu, who's a documentary director from Europe, he did a terrific job. It's actually taking vignettes of actual patients who volunteered to be in the vaccine clinical trials and who suffered horrific complications. The point here is the companies actually, when you sign the consent, they're on the hook to actually help people if they, are paralyzed or develop a blood clot, what have you. And the companies, Pfizer, Moderna, Janssen, and AstraZeneca, completely abandoned these people during the clinical trials. That was a prelude for what was going to happen in the general public. People have to see it.
Well, how do they see it? How do they gain access to that, Dr. McCullough?
It's available on YouTube. It's on X. Go to P_McCullough MD on X and check out the links to the full featured film. It's a documentary. You can learn a lot about the money behind this. And you know what? It didn't matter how many people had side effects. These companies were going for tens of billions of guaranteed government dollars.
So it's all about it really wasn't about health or vaccines here. It was all about the money.
Yeah.
And it was being funded by the taxpayer. All this COVID money that got printed, they got billions, and that's why they kept mass producing it and making people take it, because every time they did, they made money.
It was a money orgy. And you know what? Behind this was fear and a religious belief, John. And I have a new book out about how vaccines, in a sense, vaccinology has become its own religion among doctors, nurses, and the general public. People just accept these based on religious faith. Even if they cause damage or harm, they still actually take it for the team and promote them.
What did you call it? Vaccinology?
It's vaccine ideology. It's a form of religious belief. It goes back to smallpox and pertussis and polio. We tapped into this with our research, and I can tell you, John, it's shocking how royalty, even if their children were damaged or died after vaccines, they still promoted them.
Why?
There's a deeply held religious belief that man can improve upon God's creation through vaccines. They're not perfect. So in order for them to work, everybody must take them. And this is an ironclad religious belief. You see this among our public figures who suffered vaccine injuries. They don't come out and warn others. They just take it for the team.
Unbelievable. This is, you've been the first one to really expose this for the disaster it is. And the fact that they're still promoting it for children is just mind-boggling to me. I mean, no child at 6 months needs a COVID vaccine. It's just why a parent would do that. It's beyond me. I want to get back to the reality though, right? 83%. And I've said this over and over and over, because all the people that said, oh, you took the poison, you did this, 83% of Americans took at least one shot. You can't get 83% of Americans to do anything, right? They took at least one shot. Only 17% didn't take the shot. So the overwhelming majority of every person in the country took at least one shot. Those of us that are older, like me, 67, not going to tell you my wife's age, we both took one. And you had all this stuff coming out. And a lot of times the heart problems are latent, like they're not immediate. So Dr. Kelly Victory, my doctor, talked me and Ann to taking the spike detox,
right,
and saying you need to take this if you took a shot. And we both took different ones. I took Moderna. I think she took the Johnson one or something. I forget what it's called, but I took Moderna. She took the Pfizer. And so we've been taking the detox because we don't know, right? We don't know what the ramifications are. What is it? How does this detox work? And why should people who took the shot be taking it?
Ultimate Spike Detox from the wellness company is a combination of nattokinase, bromelain, curcumin, and some minor ingredients. It dissolves the spike protein in the body, in the blood and tissues. The antibodies to the spike protein go down. I've had thousands of patients under direct observation now, John. You're doing the right thing. Ultimate Spike Detox is for people who've taken the vaccine and they regret it. Now, just to clarify, USA Facts, which is, I think, the best source, takes CDC tabular data, reports it. The numbers are 81% of Americans took at least one shot. Only 70% of Americans took two shots that were fully vaccinated. And among Caucasians like us, the number who took two shots fully vaccinated, only 50%. African Americans, 44%. So it's not as many as you think, but the bottom line is for the half who took the vaccines, for sure get ultimate spike detox. You're going to need it for a year or more to clear this out.
And I take it every day. I get up, I take a bunch of different things, but I take that every day. And because I don't want to take the chance. I don't really know what this vaccine is. I certainly, don't trust the government. Hey, Tyler, hang on a second there with the music. So anybody that took the shot should be taking this. How many a day do you recommend they take, and how do they access it?
On the label, 2 capsules twice a day. And by the way, John, I didn't take the shots, but I had COVID 3 times. I take the spike detox because even if you have had the infection, you pick up the spike protein. 2 capsules twice a day, empty stomach, under doctor's direction, can advance to 4 capsules twice a day, depending on how high the spike levels are in the blood test.
Okay, but you really don't need to go to a doctor. You just order the spike detox. You take 2 pills 2 times a day. You do that for 12 months. You're going to be pretty certain you're in good shape, right?
Right. I've never had a new complication develop once somebody started the detox.
All right. All you have to do is go to twc.health/Godzilla. Get your spike detox there. twc.health/Godzilla. You're going to get, with promo code Godzilla, 10% off. If you've taken one shot or you've had COVID multiple times, this is the number one thing that is going to be sure that your body is detoxed from that spike protein, which shouldn't have been in there in the first place. Many of us wish we could go back, wouldn't have taken it, but we did, like me, whatever. And so, now I got to pay the piper. But at 67, I don't want to get the heart conditions. So, to me, it's worth it. twc.health/Godzilla spike detox. Promo code Godzilla, 10% off. Dr. McCullough, thank you for being with us today. Look forward to seeing your movie. Thank you.
Thank you.